blips. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so remember that functions inside a class are called methods, and you can create all sorts. Okay, so we're gonna do kind of like a review sort of session, and let's create some cool stuff. Um, and let's and then we go from there. We're gonna create this from scratch. Is that cool with you guys? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so because it's kind of important that we do that because I mean I sent you the code for this, but let's start off and then a little something. Okay, so the aim for today is, should we write it down and maybe give it to you guys over there. All right, well, let's just do it here. I think this is much better. Flow control. I haven't given you guys this yet because I suck. Sorry. All right, aim for today. Build application. Okay, so in this application, remember, this is an exercise that we're going to do today. So I need you to think and tell me, guide me on how we're going to do this, because this is kind of where it all start getting together. Okay. I don't know if you guys have it open, but it's fine. Let's go through it like this. Okay, one. I want to create an application that has a character creation screen. Well, has a character creation page. Okay. That is two. One that displays characters and their info. Okay. Let's see. What else can we do here? Well, let's start it off like this, I think. Let's go from there, and then let's build on that. Um, is that cool?
Sounds
Okay.
great.
Okay, so now you guys are going to do that. If I give you 15 minutes, do you guys think you can do it?
Fair warning, I've already tried and failed.
Okay, okay, no worries, no worries. We're kind of missing like a part here, but because the tricksy part is that we're not saving the information, so we kind of have to hard code some of. But let's see. Let's see what we do here. Yeah, we're missing the part, sort of the database where we can access and pass the information around. But for now, actually, to make it easier, this is what we're going to do, and you guys are able to do this. Okay, character creation page, correct? Okay, so then once you create that character, display that character on a different page. On a different page with all the info. Okay, is that cool? We should be able to do this 100% without needing to save any data. We're 100% sure. And we're going to do it the cool way too, the cool way. I will make it easy or easier. And I'm kind of going to gut our person class. And actually, this is fine. Give me 1 second. And I'm going to give us the definition of a person class here. We're not going to use pretty much any of this, I guess. Just going to take all of this out for now. Okay. Does that make sense, this part here? It's a class. It's the same class we've been using with empty, what are these?
Methods.
Empty methods, correct. They don't really do anything right now, and that is fine. This is what's important here. Okay. Let's see. So, again, we're defining. This is the most important part of any project. Define the requirements. Okay, so let me ask you a quick, cool question. If I ask you to do this, do you think you'll be able to do it?
No.
No? Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine. Let's do it. Let's go through it. Let's sound it out and go through the flow. Remember, what do I always say? Go through the flow. And again, yeah, this is not too bad. This is actually shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. Okay, we're ready? Okay, I'm gonna close this. Follow along at home. And see, I'm even gonna go all the way over here. So what do I do? Anybody?
We're gonna start a new project.
That's right. So I'm starting a new project over here. What kind?
We want the framework.
Yep. Web application framework. We're not doing core yet. This one. And let's call it our game or something. Our sweet game. Okay, our sweet game there. We're good with this. Okay. Okay here. What kind of project are we creating?
MVC.
That's right. Let's go there. Let's do this. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. This is we've done this many times before. We just have to, get a little practice, and we'll be good. We'll be good. Okay. So, first things first. Let's see. So, how can I see the controllers? It's kind of a pre-built one, I think, right? This is a sample web page, which is pretty cool, which is fine. So we have home here. You guys know how home works, correct? If I wanted to see the views for the controller for home, where would I go? If I wanted to see the HTML pages that are related to this controller, where do I go?
You go to views.
That's right. Views, home. There we go. That is right. Okay. So, and we have some views there. Okay. So far so good, right? I mean, we know what's up. We haven't really done anything. So if I press this, what happens when I press this button here, the run button?
It's gonna run a sample page through the local host.
That's right, the local host. So it creates kind of like a temporary server, a local server, a web server that runs your web page just like it would if it was out there in the cloud or in the real internet. Okay. So I'm gonna hit it. Just okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, it built. You see it down here that it built. Okay. So remember, keep with the flow. Keep up with the flow. That's what we're doing here. Okay, so my application is starting, and here it is. Look at this. This is pretty nice here. And as we've seen before, it's kind of like a sample application. So it comes, it looks pretty decent. And so what kind of so with this about button, if where does it go to, and if I click it, what happens? Take me through the flow. Let's see, Dave.
Yes.
Go ahead. Where does it go? Take me through the flow.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. From the home controller,
Okay.
when you click on About,
Yep.
it should take to About View page.
That's right. So the home controller was the name of the action, though. You skipped the action. Don't forget
The
about the
action
action.
is About.
Exactly. So the excuse me. So the flow is that it goes to the home controller, and in the home controller it goes to the action. I mean the about action, and the about action gets the about view. Pretty much. Is that correct? I mean that's pretty
Yes.
fair, right? Okay. So here, contact. Dan, give me what the flow here. Give me the flow.
Contact is gonna take you through. Uh, uh, Sorry, man.
No worries.
We're gonna send us to the page where we have contact information.
Well, no, yeah, but the flow, like what controller, what action, what happens? Tell me what steps are taken and what is hit.
Okay, so we're gonna basically be requesting the controller to
Which one?
the home controller.
Yep. And then
It's gonna direct us. It'll give us a view of the contact page.
but why would it give us a view of that contact page? Which action are you going to?
The view action.
No. Well, you're going to the contact action.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you already know it, but yeah, I'm asking you guys to kind of think through the flow, the different steps that are taken along the way, kind of like the traffic, where the traffic flows and how it goes. For example, when I click this, the first stop is going to be home controller, correct? For example, it's going to be let's see. It's going to be let's see, the home controller here. Home controller. Let's see. It's going to be the home controller. I'm going to click it. So blip. The magic of .NET takes me through, and I stop at the home controller first. And in that home controller, I'm asking to, hey, give me the contact action. And this is the contact action here. You see it says action result. So this is sort of the action that you're looking for here. And you're going to stop here. Do you guys remember what view bag is? Get them notes, baby. You have to have the magic notes. Where's the good notes? You don't remember? Let's see. Do we have it in our good notes? Maybe in the other. Oh, okay. Yeah. View bag. Container to pass information to views from controller or other views. So basically, you pass information to views from the controller. So here, I'm passing some information to the view contact, and I'm putting it in the message variable. What information am I putting in the message variable? Well, it says your contact page. Okay. And then what happens after that? Like, well, forget about the view bag. Don't worry about the view bag for now. And then what happens? What is returned?
The contact page.
Yep, it's the view, which in this case is going to default. Remember, to the contact page. Now I have a question for you. So, how does it know that when you say return view, how does it know that it's the contact page you're talking about? And how? Yeah, go ahead. Or how does it know? How would I know what to find under the controllers all the time? And how do I know that for a home controller, I always know that I could go to Views, Home, to find the views associated with this controller? What is that called? Do you guys remember?
Not really sure I understand the question.
How? Wait one second. Let me see. Forget about this.
It's the convention.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we saved it in this one. But what's the magic word I'm looking for?
Convention.
That's right. Yeah.
Automatic because it's how the program works.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how we do. That is how this program works and how this structure is. That's how the MCC pattern works. At least, and this is how the .NET MVC pattern is implemented. So so it's pretty easy, and it saves a lot of code because you could assume certain things. Okay. So I know this is kind of a refresher. It's been a while. So convention. So and then when I go here, then I show the contact page. And this is what the contact page looks like here. Right? And then see view back message here. Contact, and then I'm going to go here. Bloop. If I continue, then I go to the contact page here. And if I go to the about, I go to the about page. And the contact. Let me just disable this. So I could navigate through application name. I could navigate through my website. Okay, so you guys good with this flow? You catching up? You're remembering?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Ready to start making pages at least. I don't know about making them interactive very well.
Well, it's a step. It is a step. It is a step. So what I'm going to do, right? What I'm going to do is I am going to well let me ask you a question also. Why do we see that cool page when we only have a little bit of HTML here? What is being used? Do you guys remember? We didn't really go into it. That's right. That's right. So we're using kind of a super duper magical page that it acts as a template and and sort of injects these little parts into the main box in your page, kind of the content. But we're not going to be messing with that right now. We are not. We are. So if I do this now, how would it look, you think?
Actually, is the layout helpful so we can make the links to the other pages?
It is extremely helpful, the layout. That's why you should always use one, I think, or most of the time anyway. But for our cause, we're not. You see how ugly this is here now?
It's old school.
Yeah, yeah. So the layout, it's pretty tasty. It's pretty cool. But we're not even gonna we're not gonna mess around with this. So let's start. Step one: cut a hole in the box. That's right. Okay.
What?
What? What?
What was that? Do what with the box?
Cut a hole in the box.
Oh,
All right, that is step one usually. Okay, so we are not going to be using the existing controller. We're going to make our own controller. Why? Because we're cool mofos. That's what we do. We are cool mofos. We ain't need no controllers from anybody else, so we're going to create our own controller. That's right. So, how do you think we should create a controller? What do you think?
copy paste.
That's right. That's right. So that's the best way. So I'm going to copy this dude over here, right? And then I'm going to paste it here. And then let's call it game controller or something, right? Let's call it game controller. Is that cool for everyone?
Yep.
Yeah.
Game controller. Shablips. Okay, so now we have our game controller. We don't need to mess around with home controller anymore because we got our game controller now. So of course it's gonna crash. It's gonna tell you, hey man, look at this. We have two home controllers under this. This is called a namespace. It's kind of like a container, but we'll get there. But
Is it going to tell us we have to declare one of them as the starting controller?
no, you could never have two controllers with the same name. I mean, we have to change.
Oh,
Yeah, we
okay.
just have to update because remember we just copy paste, so we need to change. So this is gonna be game controller. You see, game controller here, game controller there, and I will get into this soon, but don't worry. That's advanced stuff. So pretty much we have, we have the cool stuff, but do we need a contact? Are we going to have a contact action in our game controller? Probably not. That's gone. Going to have an about, maybe. That's gone. So, in fact, we're not gonna. We're just gonna go and, well, I guess let's leave it the index. Actually, not. Everything is gone. We don't have anything. That's right. Bold. Okay, so we have a game controller. Okay, now before we continue, I need you to take a few of the things that are going to happen, kind of on faith again. Remember what I said earlier, that you have to take certain things on faith, and so you can understand them. And once you understand them, you'll be like, oh, okay, that's how it is. Okay, so for now, one thing that I want you to know is, do you see this word here? Controller.
Yes.
Yep. And you see these two dots here.
Colon.
Yeah. So this is saying that our game controller is sort of inheriting, or it's a son of or a copy of a controller. It's of type controller. And it has pretty much everything that controller has. So you don't know what controller it has right now, and that is fine. That is it's kind of like a system word or system class. It is a class controller, but in this case, let me see. This is, don't get confused now, because this is gonna be pretty sweet. Okay, now let's leave this like this. Let me give you a different example. Okay. This is a class. Okay, so do you understand? Remember our class person? Do you guys remember it? Sort of from before?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I said, let me see, let's call it character. Give me 1 second. Let me just copy this thing here. And let me copy this class here. I'm kind of cheating here, but that's okay. Don't you worry about it. Okay, so if I created a class character, well, forget, yeah. Okay. Okay, so let's say I want to create another class, right? Character. And I want it to be sort of similar or sort of, yeah, very similar to our person class. What would I need to do? You guys, basically, it's yeah, so pretty much the same thing. I mean, just copy this thing into here, and then this would kind of be the same thing, right? Are you guys with it?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm kind of doing this thing and kind of copying the work here, and so if I wanted to do the same thing, then just copy and paste here, and then so this is kind of a clone of this class here. They're the same thing. We could, instead of, you know, we have person, but which you could also use character. Okay. So another way that we can do this is by inheriting a class. So what that means is that you sort of absorb, and you are also that type of class.
Okay. Yeah. You were getting at that. I was not fast enough.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So basically, this is another name for this, pretty much. So when you use this, all the behaviors and all the properties that this has, this also has now. And I mean, you ask yourself, hey man, why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? I mean, well, because it's very useful. You save a lot of code. And it's very useful for other things as well, polymorphism and some advanced stuff. But for now, just know that whenever you see this, it just means, hey, this has access to everything that this can do too. So what this can do, this can also do now. Which is why all these things that I built in, and you know, when you write in here, you see that they magically work. It's kind of because they're implemented here. But let's not dwell on that. That's not what we're here for. That's kind of advanced topics. We're here to make some web pages and get it to work. All right.
Later on, though, we could use something like that to define like specific classes.
Oh yes, that it is. Like everything basically can inherit from one person and then just make different classes. But you know, so then you don't have to kind of copy and paste from everything else. I mean, copy and paste everything into the same class. But yeah, no, it's very useful. And it's the most powerful thing in object-oriented programming, pretty much. Very, very strong. Okay. And also, so again, so remember, any functions or any kind of methods that are in here, this will be able to use as well, which is very powerful. But anyway, okay, we're continuing. So we're in game controllers. Okay. We got some game controllers here. Okay, so what is the first? So we're creating our game controller now. So remember the flow. Imagine we're going to have, because this is all about your imagination now. This is where the abstraction comes. This is you making money, figuring stuff out, and seeing what is needed. So remember, whenever you think about it as an MVC programmer or MVC developer, think of it as addresses or resources, right? So how do we access anything in an MVC environment? What two things do you need? What do we always talk about? One is the controller, and the other one is
The view.
the action, not the view.
Uh,
Yeah, you guys are skipping one because a lot of the time you won't even need a view. Some of them won't even return a view. There will be things that you'll do just to do math or so perform some kind of function.
okay.
Yeah. So it is controller, then and view. I mean, you see, you guys got me. ah, you guys got me. Okay, so controller and action. So that is always, always, always think of those terms. It's the flow. So whenever you kind of click on anything, you're going to go anywhere. Think of which controller is going to go and what action is going to hit. Okay, so So we have a controller. So let's say that we have a game controller. And so we're creating our resources, we're creating our world here. So according to let's see, so we need a character creation page. Let's see. Should we let's just go straight and let's create a character creation page. Just in case, if I wanted to create an index page to say like, hey, this is the index page that says like, hey, this is where your adventure starts or something. Do you guys want to do that? Which is kind of like the beginning page or the default page? Or should we go straight?
That would probably be good.
Was that? Sorry.
I hadn't thought of that, but yeah, ultimately that would probably be good.
Yeah.
Start somebody on the
Yeah.
let them do their adventure.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, or we could just go straight for the creation page. But so an index page or a default page is good, right?
Yeah. Some games will actually start you off on the adventure page, and you discover who your character is along the way.
Yeah. You're like, oh, and you tell the story or something right there. So I don't know if I stress this enough, or if I didn't explain it correctly or anything. So do you guys remember when I say index? The index is kind of like the default page for a controller. You guys remember that, right? Probably not. I'm not sure. Let me.
The default page for the controller.
Yes. Let me see. Index is the default action. Index is the default action for the controller. What that means is, yeah, no worry, I'll get to it in a second. So let's say I have localhost here, right? This is our website, correct? So let's say we go to, what is it, a game controller, right? So normally if we want to go to, I'm sorry, game, this is the game, correct? Well, let me ask you a question. Okay, so how do I navigate to this action?
Starting from when we load the page.
Yeah. Well, let's start it. Let's start it. Let's see. Let me give you guys a little. Give it a second. Okay, so from here, how do I access? We're in the server right now. How do I access our? Remember, I took away the fancy stuff. Yes. So tell me, how do I access that? There you go. Yeah. How do I access this action?
At this point, you can only do it directly through the
Yep. Exactly. Yes.
bar
Yeah.
there.
Correct. Yeah. The URL. I have to go straight. So what do I need?
You need to add a link.
Well, no, without a link.
Oh, it's a slash
Yeah.
index.
No. Remember, what are the two things you need?
The controller.
That's right. Yep.
Uh,
So which controller?
Game controller.
That's right. And then what action?
The action is index.
That's right. So I'm going to go here. So if I press this, let's say I'm going to go here and magically it's going to send this request to the server. And then blip. Oh, look at that. So it sent a request and we are in the game controller, which is where we wanted to go. And we are in the index action, which is where we wanted to go. Which is pretty sweet, right? I mean, this is kind of, this is what we want in a way. So, let me ask you a question. What happens if I continue? Right now it's stopped before it returns the view. What will happen when it returns the view? Can you guys guess?
It would crash.
Yes, but why?
Because we haven't defined the view for the...
That's right. Well, the view for what?
For the index.
That's right. For which controller?
The game controller.
Exactly. So let's see. I'm going to continue. And then see what happens. Oh, there it is.
Error page.
It's telling me, yo, man, I can't find index or anywhere, man, or any of the masters or anything. Where you at? I looked over here. I looked over there. I can't, man. I just don't know. So it's telling you that it can find it, and it was good because it's not there. Okay. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you guys kind of get that. You guys get that, right? So yes, it's all about the flow. Okay, now if I type game here, what would happen? Let me see. Ah. Do you guys see what happens if I just type game without /index? It went here automatically.
Because that's the default action.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Because this is the default. You don't really need to, it's not that important. It's sort of important, but not really. It's not something to, not that important right now to us. Okay, so we got an index. So what are we missing here? This is good, boys. Let's do this. So what are we missing? What do we need here?
We need the view for the index.
That's right. So let's create a folder. Okay, so we can either, right? We could add a folder, or we could just copy and paste. Actually, let's not copy and paste. Let's not be lazy this time. Let's add a folder. What do we call this folder? We call it game, right? There we go. All right, so we call it game, and in this game folder, we're gonna put well, what do we need in the game folder? What view do we need? What's the name of the view that we need to put in there to satisfy this action?
We want to create the index.
Yeah, exactly, yes. So right now I'm just going to copy paste it in here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be cool and everything. And I'm going to take it all out of here. Get out of here. And guess what we're going to do? Let's write some HTML. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Let's do this. Let's do an H1 here. And then this is our sweet game. Welcome or some shit, right? And then this game is awesome or something, right? All right, so far so good. And for now, I guess let's put this in a div. A div is just an HTML container that you could just put stuff in there, and then you can manipulate the div itself. Let's see. Style, background color equal, well, let's say red. All right, so let's see. This is gonna look awful, but it's gonna be sweet. We're ready? So if I run this now, let's see what will happen. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we're running, and where are we? We went to the game controller and the index. And when we get to the index, we go to the index view, right? And this is where we are here. And this is good. Like, this is HTML here. That's pretty cool, right? It's actually pretty nice. We're not gonna focus on looks right now, because we probably suck at it. But you guys see the so this is our game. I mean, we could just go somewhere and rip off their HTML, which is the greatest. Well, let's see if we could do that. Give me 1 second. Oh, the Coast. Let's see if we could like rip off Wizards of the Coast webpage or something. Let's see.
We can totally.
Oh man, they got Tiamat. Do you see the Tiamat over there?
Jesus, that's a.
Yeah.
Oh, they own Dungeons and Dragons. I forgot.
Yeah, it's good stuff. They have really, really good stuff.
Wizard of the
Man,
Coast.
they've run D&D for a long time now.
Oh yeah. Magic the Gathering.
Does TSR even exist?
Nah, I don't think so. They bought them out, and then I don't even know what TSR is up to these days. So if I wanted to look at these people's HTMLs and stuff, so how would I do that?
F12.
That's
F11.
right. F12 this mofo. Let's do this. So I'm looking at the page. I'm like, what's up? Yeah. So
Wow.
I'm clicking on this dude over here. There's a cool div over there. Wonder what would happen. Oh, look at this div here. WizBlock brand page. Wonder what happens if I do copy out the HTML. I wonder what this is. Let's do this. Probably won't work, but let's see what kind of stuff we can copy in here. Damn, it's a lot of stuff. Good lord. Let's see. Did we manage to steal anything good? Oh, all right. We stole some stuff, so it's not too bad.
Wow.
Oh, man.
That looks pretty cool, though, right? Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, do you guys see how powerful that is? How we could just like, I mean, once you understand how all of this works, it's not, it won't be that bad. But yeah, so let's see. There's one div that. Oh, okay. Content. Oh, let's rip off the content here. Okay, copy element, and let's see what copy element does. All right. Okay, I'm gonna save it. So I just copy a whole bunch of stuff from a web page, and I pasted it into ours, right? Are you guys good with that so far? Yep. I'm gonna refresh to see what we're gonna get. Whoa! It's pretty sweet. And you understand that this is our page here. This is here.
Bro.
So in here, let's say like do an H1. Let's see. This is our cool page with wink our HTML. And I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to refresh. This is our cool page with wink our HTML. Pretty sweet. So you see how this stuff looks pretty sweet here, right? You guys see this? Okay, so all this is, right, it's just divs, which is a container, and a bunch of images, right? You see where it says like background, div, class. You see over here? All that they are, they're just a bunch of images, that's all. This is just play some video. Remember that video that was playing on their website? You see this thing here? This, all it is just this. That's all. And it's just playing a video in some kind of loop. We don't have access to it because they can only access it, I think, from their website. I mean, we could substitute this thing and get their website, but we don't have the correct website right now. Okay, so we got a bunch of images here, PNG. Look at this over here. Yeah. So you guys understand how all this stuff, all it is just HTML and that links to images and some kind of videos or images or flash. Well, not even flash, just images and videos. Does that make sense? I mean, you guys with it, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So even though sometimes it looks daunting and it looks confusing or anything, it's not. All it is just a bunch of links with a div and images and text. You see a bunch of text here and all that good stuff. So let's go back to our, oh man, she's nice. That's Liliana. I don't know, you remember Liliana? She was nice.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh yeah, she's like one of the planeswalkers for Magic the Gathering.
I stopped shortly after the Weatherlight.
Oh, nice. Oh, they
thing.
had some good stuff there.
Yeah, it was a good time, but it was a long time ago.
No. In fact, they're bringing some of the characters from the Mineria. I think Squee is back. He's immortal now, like the little goblin. Can't kill him or something. But anyway, yeah, they got some good stuff. But anyway, guess what, guys? I'm sorry. I am gonna go back to our web page, which is better anyway because it's ours and we worked on it like this. Look at that. So if I do this, what's gonna happen? Anybody know? It's gonna load our sweet page. That's right. Okay. So so far so good here. Are you guys we got HTML. We're keeping it simple here. I just wanted to show you that because understand that we can make HTML as cool and complex or as cool and simple as we want. All right. So we're here. So what is the next thing? So first thing that we did was create. Well, let's move this because the first thing that we did was create index page or landing page. That's what we did, right? Create index / landing page. And we did that, right? So let's put a check right next to that. Let's pretend that the plus is a check. Okay. So what's next? Can anyone tell me?
Make a character creation page.
Okay. All right. So, are you guys ready to do that? Are you guys ready to do that? So, what kind of flow and what would I need to create a character? Like, what do I need? What kind of tools? What do I need to create a character creation page? What do you think?
First, you need to get the game controller.
Let's break it down. Let's break it down into words. Okay, so for a character creation page, what is it? Sorry, what?
Go to the game controller.
Okay, yeah. Okay, sweet. Oh, let's do that. Even better. Even better. Game controller.
And then the action should be character.
Okay.
Which should return a view character page.
Okay. Do you mean create character or character? Because we want to create a character.
Let's do create character.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's see. Create character. Beautiful. Which will create a view for create character. Beautiful. So what's next? What do I need? So we have we have an action in the game controller, which is good. Create character. So what else? What are we missing?
We're missing the view for create character.
That's right. That's right. So let's copy paste. What do I need to name this view?
Huh?
What do I need to name this view here? Well, yeah, that's what you just said. Sorry. We need to name it create character.
Right.
Yep. Okay. And let me just. So far, so good. I dig it. I'm digging this a lot. You guys are pretty fast, pretty quick here. Nice. So we have the action to create the character, which will lead to the view that will create the cat, to do something. So what is this page supposed to do? What do you think? Let me help you guys out here. Let's create, well, let me see. I'm going to help you guys out here. Your character below. Here we go. Okay, so what do we need here? What do we need? You guys looking at your notes? Well, what do you need? So, if we're creating a character, what do we need to do first? I mean,
Probably want to start with getting them to input a name.
exactly. Well, you said it right there. I mean, you need to get the information first, right? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, break it down, and it's a flow. It's definitely a flow that you need to do. So controller. So in essence, get the character information, right? So get character information. Okay, and create, which we did. Action. Hit. All right, so we are creating the view to collect or get the data. Huh. So how do I get data? How does that work? What is that?
Make a form.
That's right. Oh man, you guys are hot. It's getting hot in here. That's right. So, should we go back to our notes or do them from scratch? It's up to you. Do we have any kind of notes for forms in our don't forget about the notes, man. I gave you guys this bad boy here.
I put my notes in hard copy.
No, that's good. That's good. Let's see. We actually, I don't think we have any notes on form. I think we did it on our old. Yeah, I think we did it on the old project, but that's fine. We'll do it again now. Oh yeah, so forms. So we're good with the forms here. So tell me about this. So what are we going to use this form for? What is it? What do we need to do here? So let's do a form. Do you guys remember how to do a form? Form. All right. Okay, let's create the form for now. Well, the important thing is two things here, action. And
that's the part that kills me, the action.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get there. We will get there. Okay, so now let's create our form. So if we're creating a person, I mean, we're going to create a character, and we're going to be using our person class here, right? So what kind of information should we ask for? We don't have to ask for all of it, but well, maybe we could. I don't know. It's up to you. So what information do we need to create a character using the class person?
Name.
Beautiful. Okay. So name. So do you guys remember how to get the name? What are some of the inputs? Give me one. So class notes. I think it was here. This is weird. Yeah, that's really odd. I don't think we saved the information for the forms, but anyway. Okay, yeah, so we need some kind of inputs to use in the form, correct? Okay. That is strange. Where were we keeping notes or track of the inputs for the forms and things like that? Because I'm pretty sure we saved it somewhere. I just forgot where. I can't, I'll look for it later. But anyway. So, do you guys remember how to create text boxes and whatnot?
Input.
That's right. Input. And it's going to be a type text, at least for now. And we're gonna call it. What are we getting here? What information do we want? You set name.
Test, test.
What was that? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, my mic stopped working for some reason. I'm not sure what was up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we could hear you now, I think. Yeah, so the first thing we're getting is the name. So, um, so what are we going to call this? This first text box.
Character name?
Well, since we're getting the name, one cool trick that you could do, remember, name it the same. That way, if you name it the same, it's going to be smart enough to put it in there. The system is going to be smart enough to put it in that variable if you name it like this. Also, let's say I'm going to go, well, let's ask the question though. What are we asking for here? So please enter the name. Name of character. Let's not get lazy here. Name of character. And then let's new line break. Yeah, there you go. So what else do we need?
The job.
That's right. So character job. Okay. And then the same thing. I'm just gonna copy paste this. And the ID is gonna be job. Okay, you guys getting the hang? What else? Let's just, well, yeah. So the next thing should be age, correct? Yeah. Character's age. And input. This time we're going to make the type is going to be a number. And we're going to call it age. This is, I hope you guys are, well, yeah, we'll get it here soon, no worries. Okay, so, do we need any other info? Or are we good?
I assume we're not going to let the user input their own hit points.
No. And let's leave out towel status for now.
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, they can get tricksy. Yeah. Okay, so this is good right here, somewhat. And we have a form, and this is getting information, and the method post. And so we are going to, we forgot a submit button. We forgot a button to submit it. Input.
Input type submit.
Yep. Type submit. All right here. I think the value is submit.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Yeah, or create character actually. Character. Okay, this is nice. This is very nice. Let's stop here for a second and let's see if so far we are, what this looks like, and let's see how it works, if it works at all. Okay, are we ready? Okay, I'm going to run it. I am running it. Okay, so how do I get to our create? Let's see.
You want to direct to the home control, the game controller.
It's a game controller, yeah.
And then character create page.
Create character. Yeah.
That's it.
The action is create character right there. So now I'm gonna. So again, remember the flow. What's the flow? Once I hit this, it's gonna go to the server. The request is gonna go to the game controller and the create character action. And let's see. And then the character action is gonna get the create character view if it exists. Oh, boom! Exactly. So we're there. This is where we are right here. Isn't it sweet? Look at that. So now we are there. It looks pretty crappy. We'll get there. We'll make it nicer someday or later on. But this is kind of the most important part for us right now.
Have you played any of the games on Google Groups?
Evil groups?
Google Groups.
Oh no, I have not. I think like this.
They're pretty dry. If you
Oh,
play Cards Against Humanity, it's just text.
Oh, it's just text like this. Yeah, those games are easy. just throw some graphics in there or something. Yeah. Although don't be like depends on how you do it. Some of those games can be really good. Like the best online game that I've played was text based.
I mean, I'm not dissing
Not,
text-based.
oh no, yeah, no, I know. No, but I don't mean text based. It's like you know how we're creating this thing here, like this, and like with links and stuff like that. It was amazing. It was called Archmage Resurrection. Let me show you. Hold on, let me just show you. Mage War Archmage. Sorry to go on this thing here. You guys ever play these type of games? It's pretty much it's that you log in, and then damn, they don't have a freaking art. Damn it.
It's a mafia game, isn't it?
It's well, you remember that Mafia game? You remember it, right?
Yeah.
Like the pimp game and stuff like that. All those games was based on this game.
Huh.
This is the original Bad Boy. Where is it? Yeah. This is the original Bad Boy. This is how it looks. You see? You guys see all of this over here? All this is just HTML and text. And you click on things, and we could create this game ourselves without a lot of trouble, I think. And it was really well done. I was actually thinking of porting this game into mobile, and I was shocked that they didn't. But fucking Clash of Clans, fuck Clash of Clans, those motherfuckers. But they jumped on that shit early on, man. Those bitches. Yeah, no, man, they got a strike because this is this was the original one. This is what should have been, and then they kind of updated it a little bit. But anyway, sorry. Let's go back. But yeah, that's where the money is. If you get a good idea for any of those games, it's pretty good. But so here we are. Look at this. Are we cool here? This is pretty sweet, right? We are in the character creation screen of our own game, our own website. So now we got stuff over here. So now let me ask you a question now. So what is the next step? What do we need?
That information has to go somewhere.
Exactly. So when I hit this button here, it needs to go somewhere, and that processes it pretty much, right? So it needs another action or something that will take that information, will accept that information, and will do something with it. In this case, let's see, what is it that we want to do with that information? I think we want to display that character information on a different page with all the info.
We're gonna make our roster again, huh?
Something like that, yes, yeah. A little something, similar. But now on a much better, well, hopefully a better way or more robust But again, so this needs to go somewhere. So what do we need to do?
We want to pass it to the game controller.
That's right. Man, you guys are good. You guys are good. We want to pass it to the game controller. Okay. So I'm about to sort of cheat here. Well, not cheat, or just show you something here that is kind of inherent to MVC. Well, actually, I think that's just gonna confuse. Let's
It's part of the convention.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know if I should do that here. But yeah, we'll see. So let's create the action that processes it and receives this information that we have created on the form. Is that cool? I mean, we want to accept this, like these that we're sending to an action, and we want to process it, like process that process that information. So, what should we call it? Let's see. We did this before. And remember, all an action is just a function. So this is going to be a function that probably takes some arguments. And the arguments that we're waiting for are going to be passed by this form here. Is that cool? So what do you guys want to call the action that receives this information to sort of create the character and pass it to the view that will display that information? I mean, we could maybe call it process create character, maybe. I know that this is kind of weird, but don't get lost here. We're almost there. Okay, process create character.
Is that the page we're going to end up directing the information to?
Yes.
Okay.
It is. So this is where we're going to send this information to. Pretty much. I mean, we could call it anything, really. Are you guys okay with this name? Because we're processing whatever we're getting from here. So what information are we waiting from the... Well, what information do we want to get from here? Or are we waiting for? Go ahead.
So I'm trying to figure out from my page, and I have like one thing, and I'm trying to parse out.
Oh, no worries. Well, I mean, you could look at ours here, maybe. I don't know, because yeah.
Well, we have a lot more information. That's what I'm confused by.
Oh, okay. Well, what exactly? Well, we have 3 here. So when we press the button here, when we press this button, we are going to send all the information from this form. And how many items, how many pieces of information are we sending in this form?
3.
Exactly. And what are they named?
Name, job, age.
Exactly. So our action is going to be waiting for name, job, and age.
Okay, so, alright, that's easier than I was expecting.
Was that? Sorry. Oh, yeah, it's pretty.
It was just, we can add multiple with separated by comma.
Yep.
Commas.
Yeah, we could, yeah, because remember, it's a function. It is a function. So, and the system is smart enough to map them and grab them from the request and put them inside these variables here. As long as they're named the same, you guys see how they're named the same? Here. I did this for a reason. Here. If they weren't named differently, they would get lost, because if it was waiting for name double D's, right? Then when you press this, you're sending name to the server, and the server's like, hey man, I'm waiting for name double D's. Anybody see name double D? They're like, no man, we haven't seen name double D, so this is going to be null. It's going to be empty. And name is going to be lost in the ether. Like tears in the rain. That's right.
Oh man.
That's right. That's right. Giving it all here. Giving it all. All good stuff here. So, yes. So, this is kind of .NET is smart enough, and the framework is smart enough to map it for you. Okay, so now we're here, and we have access to these three things. And so once we press this button here, remember the flow. This is the flow. It's gonna go to. Oh, by the way, we haven't told it where it's going to. The way we tell it to is by action. So this means, this is by convention, is we're gonna go to the game controller and the process character action. So then that's how it knows. It's like, hey man, when you press this button, go here and dump all this data to this action. And since it's this action, all this data is gonna be mapped here, and then we will be able to use it here, and that's gonna be really cool. So now that we have this information here, what can we do with it? What can we do? What do we want to do? Display that character on a different page with all the info. Okay, so this is up to us. Now this is a little bit more advanced or a little bit trickier, so I need you to definitely pay attention here, because we're going to learn something new here. It's going to be like magic. Are you guys ready for some magic?
Ready for magic.
Okay. And this is really powerful, extremely powerful. So now, do you guys see? Well, we have name, job, and age. All right. So, first of all, let's what do we need to accomplish? Display this information on a different page. How would I accomplish that? Do you guys remember or have any idea? Bueller? No? That's okay if you don't. That's fine. I mean, we could accomplish the quick and dirty way, right? Well, first of all, we're missing something. What are we missing? For the most important thing. What are we supposed to return here?
Do we want to return a view?
Yes. And what are we calling this view? What should we call it?
Do we have to?
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't have to call it. We could call it anything, really.
I'm not sure. All the views I have don't have a name.
Oh, no worries. Well, for now, since we're sticking with the convention, what happens if I say return view here? What view will I need to, what view will show? Or what view will I need to create in order for this to work?
The display character view.
Yes, yes. But in this case, right? Actually, that is correct. That is correct. So let's do that. But in this case, if I did this, it's gonna be expecting this name, correct?
Oh, yes.
Right. So we could name it display character view, and then we could say here, we could just say, hey, view, and then we could name the, display character view. You could actually do that. But if you don't give it a view name, it will use the name of the action.
Okay.
So would you want to call display character view or processes? It's up to you.
Probably makes sense to go on to the display page.
Okay, so display character view, you guys want to call it that? Yes? Right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. All right, so
Are we renaming a page, or are we going to another page?
oh no, we're going to a different page. This is a totally different page.
Okay. Yeah. In that case, that sounds good to me.
Yeah, exactly. So I know what you mean though, because sometimes you kind go back to the same one and then display different things based on what it is. And you actually can. Do you got? Actually, this time is going to be different, but I got you. So this is going to be the display character. Because for now, we just want to display the character here. And we're just going to empty it out. So since I named this page different than this, and when I return the view, I don't want to use something with the name here. I need to pass it what view name I want to use. So in this case, it's going to be what? It's going to be It's going to be display character. And it knows. It's smart enough to know. Does this make sense at all? I mean,
yeah.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful.
I do have a question. Do we need an HTTP post?
No, not yet. No.
I don't know what that does, but I know we have it in our magic bag.
Well, we already did. This is what the create character does here.
Oh, I mean, like, hold on.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yes. That you mean the HTTP post here. You are correct, sir. Yeah, because it is accepting. That is correct, sir. Oh, that's some advanced stuff.
I still have no idea what that does.
It is, What that is, okay, There are two ways that the internet works, right? There are two types of requests that we're going to be messing with. Whenever everything, most of the things when you create, when you click on links, let me open a page. 1 second. This is one of the basic things that you're supposed to learn as a web developer, and it's kind of the most important thing. And so to keep it simple, there are two types of requests. an HTML, well, not HTML, pretty much an HTTP when you use the internet, which is HTTP. One is get. Whenever you click one of these links, you see all these things here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is called a get. Because you are sort of getting you're clicking it and you're getting information from the server. That is
the second one a set.
The what?
I said, is the second one a set?
A set? No. That again, it's a little tricky, but you'll guys see the difference in a second. Okay, now. So you're good. So most of the things that you deal with whenever you click around, that is a get. Okay. And I'm kind of lying to you in a way, but yeah, that is the main function for it is to get information, get some kind of information. Okay, now the other one is called a post, which is when you are sending information in a form.
Okay.
And you send all this information sort of in the background of the internet. And I mean, you still get information back, right? But you're kind of sending it as a collection in the form. Does that sort of make sense? I mean, again, I'm kind of lying to you because I don't want to go into too much in depth, but just for now, just think whenever you use links or most things to get information, that is a get. And when you send information through a form, you're dealing with a post. Later on, I'll go more in depth and show you what the real difference is. But for now, I think that is good enough. I think. Yeah. So when you deal with forms, you definitely need a little HTTP post, because if you did not, then it's going to think is what? It's going to think is a get. And
so it's not going to send any information.
And it's not going to accept it the correct way.
Okay.
So the information is sort of going to get lost. Do you remember last time when we were trying to go to certain actions and it didn't go there? That is because we say like, hey, this is supposed to be a post and we want it to come here. So certain actions expect a certain kind of like either a get or a post. Again, I know that's kind of it's kind of iffy, but for now, just just go with the flow and go accept that post has to do with forms. That's good. Let's see. Yeah, once we get in depth, we'll get the real difference. But anyway, we are back here. So we're here and we accept this and we're display character, and now we have display character. So what happens if I run this? Anybody know? Let's see, display character currently doesn't have anything. Do you guys want to see if we're getting the information and if it's going to work? Okay, so how do I know and how do I test if the right values are being mapped here, if I'm sending the right values? Do you guys remember? Don't lose me.
I'm not sure.
All right, no worries. Let's run it. Remember breakpoints. Do not forget breakpoints.
Oh, okay.
You see, I set a breakpoint here. So if I set a breakpoint here, this should stop once I hit submit. I mean, it should stop here once I hit submit. And I will check the values that I submitted and see if they mapped correctly. When I say the word map, do you know what I mean? It means, did the system take whatever I put in the form? Did the system take them and put them in here so I can use them? If they did not, then obviously something went wrong and something might not be named correctly, or I forgot something. But anyway, let's see. So how do I get to my create character?
I'm gonna go to game and create character.
Yes.
A quick question.
Yes.
You explained how to set the breakpoints.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do that again?
Yes. You see this sweet space over here all the way to the left? You left click there. So you left click where you want to break.
Thank you.
Yep. It's very useful, and basically you're going to be doing that all the time to test. Sometimes you go in programs and you've got like 20 breakpoints to see what the value of things are along the way. Okay, so let's create a character. Let's see. So name of character. This is my own character here, and his name is Bilbido Tasty Flute. That is my D&D character. Sweet ass name, I know. Bilbido Tasty Flute. That is my character. I am a bard.
Of course you'd be a bard.
You got it. You got it. And his age, I think, is 111 or something. All right. So, talk to me about the flow. What happens when I press this button? What should happen? Anyone know?
You're gonna pass that information from the controller into the display character page.
Yep. Well, first, remember, don't skip it. From the UI here is going to go to the server, the request here, right? Then is going to go to the game controller, and it's going to go to the action. And then from the action is going to map these things here, and then it will go to the display character view. And you're correct. Pop quiz, hot shots. How do I know, and how can I find out what action is this form submitting to?
-12.
That's right. So I checked over here. There you go. You guys see it?
Yep.
So I clicked on select an element. I select the topmost element on the form, which should be kind of top or close to the top. And then there's the form element. And there's the action. So I know. And if I wanted to know, hey man, what is the name of this variable? What's the name of this text box here that is going back? Because this might not be mapping correctly or something. So remember, highlight and then click it. And the ID for this, or the name, is job. Okay, but anyway, I'm about to press create character. Let's see what will happen. Aha! Do you see where it tried to go? They tried to go to
Oh,
game.
we doubled it.
Yes. So that's good though. This is good. So I think because we're already in here, I think it might just need the game character. Well, let's see. Oh, wait, no. I think we have to do // I think. Hold on, give me 1 second. So depending on how we have it, it's a little bit different. Ignore this, ignore this. Ignore, damn it. Let me see, form action, I think it's home. I think that should be it, actually. That's weird. Oh, wait, I didn't have this. Okay, yeah. Never mind. I forgot the first /. Okay, so Tasty Float. Part 111. I think that should work now. At least I'm hoping. We'll just forget about these things here. Alright, let's see. The hell? Oh! Okay. I'm an idiot. It's not home. It's game. Alright, let's wake up. Let's wake up. Sorry. Okay. This is good. This is good. Waking you guys up here. Alright. God damn it. Age, non-nullable. Give me 1 second.
Didn't we run into this last time too?
Yes. Contains a null entry for parameters. That is weird. It's saying that, well, this was different. It's saying that age, we're not passing age here. But we are, no?
Did we name it the same on the character page?
I think we did, no? Let me see. Input number. Age. That is age, isn't it? Null entry. Yeah, that is really, really odd. Wonder if it's because of the type. That should work though. Oh, hold on. Equals H. We don't have anything called. I mean, we're called it correctly, right? This is holy something with this. There. H 111. Okay, that's what it is, I guess. Okay. I was trying to kind of skip through that, but make sure you guys. Well, let's see. Did it map? Let's see if it mapped. No. Yes. Okay. All right, I got it. I'm gonna have to do this, which I did not want to. Give me 1 second. I tried to explain this before, but I guess this is the perfect time to explain it. Are you guys ready? Don't worry, it's not hard. Job. And equals name. Okay, so in reality, right? This you guys see this over here, the ones that is mapping, the ones that you want to map. In reality, the property that you want to mess around with, right? In this tag is called the name. That's what you want to name here. Because this is the ID for this element, which mostly you use the ID for JavaScript and things like that. But the name is what's going back to the server. That is the variable name that is going to be representing this text box. So just to be safe, just go with the flow for now. Don't let it confuse you. Whenever you create an input box, just create name and ID and just name it the same thing. You're good to go. Is that cool? All right. We will go into a little bit, excuse me, more in depth later on that. Okay, so let's create the character. Sorry, we went on a little tangent there. And let's create it. Okay, so here we go. So did we map our values? Yes, we did. Okay. There we go. So again, don't get hung up on this over here. Just whenever you create a text box, just create ID and name and just name it the same thing and we're good. Okay, so we have our values here. Nice. So, I mean, we have our values, right? Nice. So now we're in the servers and we got our values. That's right. And then we are going to return display character. And let's see if we do indeed go to the view of display character. If I press this, I should be able to go. Ah, okay. Display character is in views, game display character. Oh yeah, I gotta tell it. It's gotta be called. You gotta give it the correct. You gotta name it correctly. I kind of try to cheat. My bad. Okay, but you guys get the idea here. Let's see. You just gotta give it the path of the view that you want to display somewhat. So I think this is views, and then what is it? Game. I normally should see yes HTML. All right, that should be fine here. I mean, I'm hoping. But anyway, I mean, again, we could just create this and rename it this and it would be much easier because it knows. If you want to use other names, it gets a little bit, kind of a little bit tricksy. All right. This is odd because sometimes it tells you that it's there. So give me 1 second. This tilde means is the root. So root views game give it, and then character dot cshtml. All right, but don't get hung up on this. Let's just, if it don't work, I'll just change the name or something and leave it to this so it knows how to find it. Because depending on how you set it up, it looks for it in different ways. Okay, so game controller. All right. Okay, so if we display this, what's missing though? I mean, we're just displaying this this page. So how can we get this information from the controller to this view here. Let's see. This is your character information. Oh damn, it's 10:30. Good lord. I wonder if I should just cheat. And since we're well, do you guys remember the view bag?
Yes, view bag.
Okay, so for now, one way to get information from here into a view is called a view bag. So viewbag.name equals name viewbag.job equals job, and viewbag. This is kind of the bad way of doing it, but I want you guys to see how it's done like this. So I'm putting this into temporary storage in memory, sort of. And whatever the view that I return, I can use it there. So since, let's say, display character. Display character. Yeah, should be. So the way I access this is your character information. So name. Do you guys remember how to access stuff from the view bag? Nope. Yeah, I need to give you guys a little better notes on this. I think job viewbag dot job. NH at viewbag dot h. Let's see. I may have to cheat here for a second. So just give me 1 second. Just look away. Just don't look at me doing this. Don't worry about it. Cheating. Okay, so let's run it. I'm going to. Okay, let's see over here. Okay, how's your brains? You guys getting tired? We've been 2 hours straight. Hardcore. This is parkour. Okay, so let's go to our place. Let's create a character. Okay, I've got Bilbido, Bard, he's 111. I'm going to create it. And we're going to go here. Okay. Our data's good. I'm going to put it in the view bag. It's in the view bag now, and then I'm going to go to this this HTML page, which hopefully exists, and it's here. All right, so let's see. Aha! Beautiful. Nice. So this is really, really cool. Do you see it? So it works somewhat what we want to do, right? In a way?
Yeah.
I mean, we're passing the information here. And it works, and it's pretty cool. So hopefully this doesn't confuse you. All this is just tells you what the path of the full path of where the view is, because they couldn't find it before, so it needs a little help. So since we're running out of time here, let me give you guys I'm gonna cheat, and I'm gonna show you something really cool. We're not gonna pass it this way for now. I'm going to create a person object, and this is for you guys to study and to look at. Okay, I'm gonna send you this code, this project. Okay, so I'm going to create. We're gonna use our person object, our person class. Let's see. And our person class, I'm just going to paste it somewhere so we can use it. It's not a big deal. And here it is. So now, since I created the class here, I can use it. So I'm going to create a character. So person character equals what? How do I create something? You guys remember? That's right. So now I want to put that information inside the person character into the character that I just created. How do I do that?
Please repeat that.
I want to put the information that we're getting from the create character screen, and I want to put it into a real person object, into a character object here. Like I created a person object, a person class here, and I called it character. And I want to put this information inside character. How do I do that?
Person.me? No, character.me.
Exactly, yeah. Character is the instance. Remember, that is the magic word that we need to use. It's the instance of the person, of a person type. So, yeah, exactly. So character.name, and then the name we just got from outside, we put it in here. Same thing for the job. And same thing for the age. So we have access to kind of a, so do you guys remember how a character can sort of be treated as one object, sort of like as a list? Like it's a standalone object that contain kind of container for other information, right? I mean, a person object is a container for all this information. You guys agree with that, right? And all these things. Okay. So what if I told you that you can, I'm about to blow your mind. This is good though. You can pass a type or a class or an instance of a class to a view. Yeah, this is advanced stuff. And then, since we're passing it in the view, we can use it inside the view. Let's see. Person. And my Steam is making all sorts of noises, which is weird. Alright. Person type.
What's making those noises?
That was my Steam, which is really
Steam,
weird.
like,
oh, sorry.
the game?
No, they call it a Steam. The heater, I think is
Oh,
heater.
okay.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah. Well, I need to replace it sometime. Okay, so let's see the person type person. Yep. Okay, so now let's make believe that I can pass this to this object here, to this view, and Actually, no. I think it's yeah. Yeah, I think we're fine for now. I think this is a good stopping point. We'll go into the next one. I think because it gets a little weird. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Okay, so up to here, you guys, do you feel the flow? Are you good with the flow so far here?
A little better than before.
Yes, yeah. Oh wait, let me see you back here. Name.
I think that's the thing that's hardest to get used to. There's a lot more back and forth in C sharp with different languages and different.
Oh God, yeah. Well, also because that's the thing that you guys have to keep in mind. We right now we are doing full stack development. Again, normally these things you don't encounter all of them like at once, just like we are. Like you do one, just HTML for a while, and then JavaScript, throw a whole bunch of JavaScript and things like that, and then you get into C sharp, and like a lot of people don't really, you don't start and doing NVC right away either. Um, but yeah, I mean, we've been thrown the way we're doing it. It's kind of we're throwing everything at it at the same time, so it is definitely confusing. I know, but the more we do it, the more it kind of becomes second nature, and then you once you get the hang and kind of get the flow of things, it's not that bad. But remember, I'm always mentioning and saying the word flow because that's exactly what it is. NVC, all it is just how the flow of traffic and requests go, and you just follow along, and then you go from there. But yeah, no, I know it's a little tricky, but we'll get there. So I mean, do you guys feel somewhat comfortable in what we did today?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we did do pretty cool stuff because we created a create character page, which is cool. This thing here, all right. Yeah, we created a character, and you guys understand perfectly, or at least mostly perfectly, how we are in an HTML page and we have a form and we have inputs and we are submitting to a place another action, and we're going to process that action and do stuff with that information, and then redirect to some kind of display page or something or other. So far so good. So far so good. So I'm glad you guys get this, and I think next time it's gonna be a little bit more in depth. But this is good though. This is good. Um, I'm gonna package this and I'm gonna send it out, and I want you to definitely take a look at it and try to understand the flow a little better because next time we're gonna escalate. Remember, right now we talk about NVC, but so far we understand what the V stands, right? The V, the viewer, the view from MVC stands for, right? Because remember, it's model viewer controller. So we understand what the controller part is now. We're good with that part, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. And we understand what the view part is of that whole thing, right? The view for us is just HTML. That's, the UI. So next we're going to go into the nitty gritty is going to be the model part. And that is when we'll bring it on together. And that is when, that's where the money gets in there. All right. So, okay, so we are done for tonight. Hopefully your heads are okay. And, hopefully you got some of this flow here. And we will return on Thursday, 8:30. Is that good for everyone? I think.
Yes.
I'll have better, some good prep here. And does anybody have any questions or anything? I don't know if we forget. We're good. Okay. Let me take this away here. We don't need it. Okay, so with that, I think I'm forgetting something, but probably not. Oh yeah, it's the model stuff, but we'll do that next time. Okay. Everybody take it easy and keep doing the do and study. I will try, but the best that I can to give you guys some kind of better notes. I'll try to condense them or something. All right? Okay. Later.
Have a
Take
good
it.
one.
Yep.